we get negative outcomes. So if now I look back and I'm like, if I had done something differently, maybe look out for people who had done this thing before, learn from them. Even though I know that people are very selfish when it comes, they get keep a lot. When it comes to something that is beneficial to another person, it's rare for you to find someone who would literally hold your hand and walk you through a process. Most people want you to learn the hard way. Most people want you to have the experiences for yourself so that you can learn. They don't want you to learn from their own experience. So if it fails, you don't get to blame them. Okay. But then that experience taught me a lot. It taught me that when I am faced with a situation or when I'm faced with something, especially something I've not done before, I need to sit down, count the cost, look at what is going to take me to achieve it. Start small, because this was my first experience and I went all in. If I had started small, maybe my losses wouldn't have been as much as I had, right? So, rushing into something, I am a big advocate for not rushing at all. I don't know how long it's going to take, in as much as you don't intend to sleep on it or sleep at a particular process just because you want to take things slow and get it all perfect and all, put together before you start. There is still a place for pre-planning, right? There's still a place for doing research, doing the mental work, asking for assistance, seeking mentorship if you have to, just so that when you go into it, you don't come out with regrets. And even if it doesn't go as planned, your lessons will not be in a negative side. There'll still be some positive things that you can get through it and then double up the efforts and do better next time.
Hmm. That's really good. Double up the efforts and do better next time. Now, that was, you took a risk, right? Even without knowing the end product. But again, there's business is all about taking risk, you know. So how do you make quick decision without getting into trouble? If someone is asking you now, Ediyanga, you've done it, you've made your mistakes. I'm just getting in. What do you think I should do? How would you explain, advise such person? Because for you now, with this experience, you're already putting it out there that, okay, guys, take it easy, don't get too excited, because excitement can also cost you. But there's also something about taking it slow. What if the taking it slow is not actually the right decision at the time?
Okay, so I know most people are faced with situations and it'd be like, just give it your all. Sorry,
Mm.
go all in, go all in. Well, let's see, que sera, sera. Like what would be. Just just give
Just
it.
do it.
But what I will say, or what I would advise someone who is looking into, trying out something and they don't know whether they should go all in or all of that, I would say do your research. Look at the people who are already doing the things that you want to do and see, maybe look at their lapses, look at their experiences, study them for a period of time. What are they doing right that you can imitate and then copy and put it into what you want to do? Where did they go wrong? What mistakes did they encounter while going through this? So that this is the same line I want to go into. This is the same thing I want to go into. So that at this point, I know that, oh, this person faced something here. Am I likely to face this kind of mistakes, or am I likely to face this kind of challenge? Now, how did this person go through it that I can also maybe copy, if not exactly, but I can do something similar so that I can obviate the same problems coming to me?
Mm.
And in some instances, you might likely not even find someone who is doing what you're already doing that you can copy or watch or learn or understudy. And what do you do in such instance? You prepare with to the best of your ability. Preparation, preparation can help you like reduce the amount of loss you get or the amount of heartbreak you get in that kind of situation. Preparation also protects you for when the opportunity finally shows up. So you cannot really understand the concept of a thing. It's just like seeing an egg and maybe you want to, for example, you have a fresh egg and you want to use it to bake. You don't know the content inside it until you break it. That's when you know if it's fresh or if it's bad. But with the way it's shielded, You can swear the egg is good, but when you break into it, it doesn't work. But you're breaking into it with trust that you're hoping, like there's just this certainty that, oh, this egg is fresh. And once I break it open, I'm going to get everything complete. So you prepare yourself, you prepare your mind for what is to come. Plan both ways, right? Look at the positives, look at the negatives. What is the worst that could happen? What is also the best that could happen? And then through the journey, through the process, who am I becoming in the process? Does this change me negatively or does this affect me positively? So I think that's what I could share in that light.
Okay, so now there's this thing I wrote down while you were speaking, and I would want us to talk about it. What are the other factors that people should leverage on, or what they should focus on or consider while pursuing ambition?
Okay, I would in that light, I would say your purpose. Identify your purpose. Because sometimes a lot of people are working hard in the wrong direction. And so when it seems like you're not getting results, you're not where you want to be at a particular time. I mean, maybe in your calculation, you are like, in 3 years, I should have had this. But then you are deep down into it, 3 years, 5 years, and you're not seeing results and you're still going head in. You're working very hard, you're putting in the work, but it's in the wrong direction. So the first thing first is aligning, like knowing your purpose, aligning with that purpose, and then working hard, working your best to know that you're in the right direction, you figured out the right thing for you, and you know why you have set this goal, you know that it's aligned with your values, and then you work towards achieving that.
What you said
Yeah,
caught my
identify
attention.
your purpose.
Okay,
Yeah.
you said something about working hard in the wrong direction. That stood out for me. Could you please go further on? Because again, there is a popular saying that says, work smart, not work hard."
But no hard, yeah. Okay, so I made that statement due to a personal encounter myself.
Okay.
I'm going to use my friend in this instance because she also had similar issues. So she's a fashion designer, right? Naturally, fashion flows from her. Like she can sit down here and just come up with something spectacular, something extraordinary. But then she kept on looking at it like it was delaying, it was taking time, it was, not coming the way she wanted it to come. But then she started putting in like this is what she loves doing. But then she could not figure out if that is what she was called to do, if that was what she was meant to do. On the other hand, she's someone that people go to for counsel. You're just naturally drawn to her for counsel, for advice, for all of that. And I personally told her, I feel like your purpose is actually encouraging people. It's teaching, it's public speaking, it's maybe being a therapist or something because fashion is your call. Fashion is what you love doing. But then you're struggling so much in it. And I feel like you're wasting time. Why not build this other part of your strength? Why not build this part of you that is just people could pay you to talk to them? People could literally pay you to, give them what you have inside of you, and it flows from you naturally too. So why put in your eggs? Why double down on something that is not coming forth? So that's what I mean by working hard in the wrong direction. When you're working hard in the wrong direction, you will burn out easily. You will lose passion, you will lose joy, you will lose love, you'll be tired, you will even lose a part of yourself that was excited to do that in the first place because it gets tiring, it gets exhausting. Now you want to figure out something that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how tough it gets, this is what you want. This is what you will keep doing. This is what you find joy and expression in doing. This is what you keep on doing without feeling tired or feeling exhausted. And there's nothing you will actually do in life without experiencing burnout. But then that drive, that zeal, that energy that you still have the energy, you still have the desire to keep going regardless of whatsoever it is. You still find fulfillment. At the end of the day, it gives you validation, it gives you a sense of fulfillment. That is exactly what you should measure in. And a lot of times we don't actually discover these things until later on. And then you find yourself regretting that, oh, if I had known, I should have discovered this early enough, or if I had known, I should have done things differently. It's just time. When you give time to something, you discover a part of you that was never there. I did not grow up to be someone that will end up in a teaching profession or teaching kids or being an educator. But here I am today doing it. That's because naturally I understood myself as I grew. I understood myself, like I grew to understand myself differently. I grew to understand my personality. I enjoy speaking. I enjoy teaching. I bond with people easily. I have a very great personality when it comes to social interaction. And so I just like, okay, why am I doing this? Instead, I'm supposed to do this. And then as God will have it, I found myself here, right? And I find it peaceful. I find it fulfilling doing what I do currently. So that is it when it comes to working, knowing when to work in the right direction and putting your efforts in there. In fact, one more thing, when you're working in the right direction, things happen with ease for you.
Wow.
You would struggle, but you will not struggle as much as you would if you were doing something you were not meant to do.
Mm. Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. Now, how would you advise someone who is struggling to balance ambition, drive, and be patient at the same time?
Okay, so I would say that first of all, ambition sets your direction. Knowing what you want, having a goal, just gives you a clear headway of what you want to achieve. Now, patience will build the foundation for you getting there, right? If you rush the process, you may arrive early, funny enough, but you won't last. You want to build something, or you want to work your way to something that will stand the test of time. You want to work your way to something that would not fall off when little winds blow from left or right. You want to understand the process. You want to respect that process. You want to, you know, watch your growth and understand, so that if anything fails on the way, you know how to go back to the drawing board. You know the exact point where you can pick up the problem, address the issue, and move forward. So when it comes to ambition, patience, and the work that it takes to, get there, rushing, it's a no-no. Patience is literally the virtue you need. But I know that, especially in this world where we are in the digital area, everything is on social media. The pressure of, everybody getting it early, careers kicking off, people just tearing off a new bands. Now there's something involved, house hunting. Everybody's getting a house. There's so much pressure, and it looks like if you don't get it figured out by 30, you're already old. You've already lost it. But that is not how it was meant to be. There's a place of working behind the scenes. There's a place of most people showing off their luxury lifestyle right now. You do not understand how long it took them for them to get there. That they don't show that part on social media does not mean that part doesn't exist. That you don't see the work it took for them to get there doesn't mean that there was no work done. Something that might show up as an overnight success probably took years of diligence, hard work, consistency, years of doubts, doubting yourself. Is this really what I want to do? Years of struggle that was not luxurious or glamorous enough to be shown online. Or meanwhile, or probably when the work was being done, the social media space did not even exist, or it wasn't this big. And so you come up today and you see their success, you see them buying two cars today, you see them building a house here, and you feel like, oh my God, when is my, oh God, when, God, when? No, it doesn't happen like that. It takes years of hard work, years of planning, years of consistency, years of pain, years of hunger nights, years of many no's before. You don't know how many no's they had before they finally got a yes that uplifted them, that blew them off, that brought them out into the limelight. So when you start off with something like that, look at it like a journey, not just a destination. Look at it like it's going to take time, it's going to take process. Yes, some people might get it in 1 year, some people might get it in 2 years. Doesn't mean that you getting it in 5 years does not make your own, does not make the person who got it in 2 years better than you, or doesn't make their own success more validated than you. People's timing are different. As much as our faces are different, our destinies are different, our ambitions are different, so is the time taking different. If you got it in 1 year, does not mean I'm not going to get it. I get it in 6 months does not make mine superior to yours. At the end of the day, at the time where I arrive, most things that you got years ago might no longer be in vogue. And I'll be the one, shining and reigning. So that's it. Time reveals everything. So just give it time. Give it patience. Don't give up easily on it. And most time it might look like it's not working, but trust me, when you see the result, it will feel like you blew up overnight. So that's what I can say.
Thank you so so much. That is actually mind blowing. You know why you said when you said that you arriving now and for those who have arrived earlier, theirs might have been outdated. Well, we are not running and pulling down people's achievement or success. It's just a way of letting you know that whenever you arrive, it's your time. The house that was built 20 years ago cannot be the same with what has just been built in 2026. So again, it's still a house, but even the people, the children of those people who built that house may not want to live in that house anymore because it's no longer because it's no longer or is it the car the 2029 2009 model of a car to 2026 model of it the same car, like let's say Lexus or any car, 2009 and 2026, which one will people? It's still a car, but there is a difference because there is an update. So whenever you arrive, is an updated version of you. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, Ediyanga. It was actually a wonderful time with you.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored that you have me and the little I was able to share. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
All right. And to you out there, thank you too for coming, for always joining us, always watching. And we look forward to your comments, your suggestions. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done so. And follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, the person who arrived in 2022 and the one who arrived in 2026 still arrived, but at different time and an updated version of it. So enjoy the process, be ambitious, but be patient. See you soon.